Thanks for tuning in today. This is Megha Manik. I'm a SIU family medicine physician, and I'm here with my colleague and friend, Anne Daly. She's one of our registered dietitian, and we want to talk about how to take care of yourself during this social distancing. Self-care, I think, is very, very important because we're in an unprecedented crisis, and we want to assure all our patients that they're not far from our thoughts. We want you to take some basic steps to take care of yourself and your family, and I hope this conversation will help you with that. What are some of the healthy tips you have been giving your patients during this time to eat?
Well, food is an area that people struggle with when they're stressed. So we need to remember that what we eat helps our immune systems fight viruses. So eating healthy is very important. Well, what does that look like? We recommend all the food groups. So that starts actually with fresh, unfrozen and canned fruits and vegetables. A lot of them every day are recommended. Lean protein, whole wheat grains, and low-fat dairies. So some of those every day in the diet is a good start.
I understand you said that food is important to boost your immunity. Could you suggest some food groups we should eat to increase our immunity?
I would really focus on the fruits and the vegetables where we have phytochemicals and antioxidant, and the dark, deep colored foods are particularly nutrient dense. So for example, berries that are in the deep reds, the purples, the blues, the dark greens, the deep oranges and yellow foods are all good.
So we have been hearing in the news lately that with the meat production plants being shut down, and some patients might have also noticed that their grocery stores are running low on the meat.
Right.
I do want to let everybody know that FDA, as per FDA, food or food packaging is not associated with coronavirus. But if patients are finding it difficult to find meat proteins, do you suggest any alternatives?
Well, I think it's a good idea to keep your house stocked with certain basics. And some protein alternatives would be things like tuna. Could be canned tuna, could be the packets. Eggs are an excellent source of protein, and if people make sure that they have a good amount of those on hand, they're really nice to add vegetables to, saute vegetables, and just have a nice egg-based type meal. And we very much encourage dried beans to be incorporated into foods, whether it be in the entree or in salads, lettuce with black beans, or making bean dishes might be a combination of kidney beans, lima beans, pinto beans, any of those. And a lot of people have recipes at home that call for that. So if they keep these basics on the shelf, just in case the next time they go to the grocery, the shelves are bare. And I think we've all had that happen in the last few weeks. So being prepared with some extras. And just think about the foods that you commonly use a lot. Your favorite canned or frozen foods, be it vegetables, staples, pasta, rice, pasta sauces. In fact, those are some of the things that have been disappearing off the shelves. So if you see some and you're not all the way stocked, grab it when you see it, because you don't know when you go the next time.
One of the other common things we hear is that with the kids not in the school and a lot of the families staying together, that people have this thing that people are asking for constant food, and then in the time of the stress they are going to food as a source of a break. What do you suggest for those patients for snacks?
Well, this is where what you have in the house is important. So one of my favorite things to suggest to people is yogurt, and perhaps with fruit in it. And that can be frozen fruit. Again, that's something that you've got in the freezer. But if you see fresh fruit, grab it when you're there and use it until it's gone. And when it's gone, pull out your frozen. So yogurt and fruit is something I do every day for breakfast, and I love it. And lots of patients like that, but they haven't got any in their house because they hadn't really thought about it. I also encourage pudding with fruits. I encourage fruit smoothies be made. Could be made yogurt with fruit, or some of the milks, coconut milk, almond milk, regular milk. So fruit smoothies can be a snack. They can also be part of a meal. Veggies, as many raw veggies, and looking for healthier types of things to dip your veggies in. Could be hummus, could be guacamole. If you're a homemade scratch cooker, you can make these things. If you want to buy it at the grocery, they're available there. So those are all good snacks.
So that's really nice, because with the kids you want to have plenty of them available at home and good options. What are some ways people can get physical activities? Because I think a lot of with the sports not going on and gyms being closed and patients are not getting the usual activity they would you suggest for those patients?
Well, people have to put their thinking caps on, but actually there are a lot of options if you work at it. So for example, you can just walk in your house. And we've had some cold, wet, windy days where going outside wasn't so exciting. But finding a little circuit, a walking path, and getting up off the chairs at least every 30 minutes and just taking a loop. And if you have stairs in your house, add those into your walking path. So you walk around, you do the stairs, you do them several times. You could just walk up and down stairs for 3 to 5 minutes or whatever your body will tolerate and get your heart going a little bit. So people even walk in place. So during commercials, absolutely, stand up. And so those are just things you can do, but there's also exercises that people maybe used to do at their gym. Now the gym is closed. Okay, so some body weight exercises that don't require any equipment whatsoever would include things like squats, lunges, and planks. There are push-ups. So lots of people know what those are, and they can do them anywhere, in any room in their house, as long as they have enough space to move. And also, I'm really excited about some of the videos that are available. The YouTube workout videos have always been around, but they've really been doing, I think, a lovely job of putting new ones out and calling our attention to them. And they can be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You can read the title and get an idea if it's sort of balance-based or if it's for seniors over 50, if it's yoga, could be Zumba, could be hip-hop. And so if you Google YouTube home video workouts, the sky is the limit. And there are many famous names that are out there that have written books and they're trying to get promoted. So I've actually done several of them myself just to see what it would be like, to see if my patients would benefit and would be able to do it. And I think it's really good.
That's an excellent idea. I think a lot of gyms are putting up videos for their own, like not just for the people who are enrolled in them, but for everybody who is who can access them.
Right.
So other thing I think what we want to focus on is to keep a good mindset, right, during these times, because nobody has ever experienced something like this.
Right.
Are there any tips to stay healthy in your mind and to get good sleep?
I think sleep is very, very important. And some people who normally have slept fine have told me in the last few weeks that that's changing and they are struggling. So some good tips for good sleep are to turn off all videos, noise, distractors a good half hour or maybe even an hour before you really want to go to bed. Just wind down. Stay hydrated. I think hydration is very important during the day as well as sleeping. So we have heard some numbers lately that the wine and liquor sales are flying out the doors. So we would remind you that if you can find some ways to relax and not have it be based on alcohol, that would be a good idea. Think of things that you like and enjoy. Make a list if you have to. And each day, try to have at least one of those things on your schedule. Make an appointment with yourself to do something that you enjoy. It might be calling a friend. It might be listening to music. It might be taking a wonderful, nice bath. Whatever it is that helps soothe you. Be nice to yourself, because this is a really hard time on all of us. And keep telling yourself you're doing the best you can right now. So be nice to yourself.
I want to let know everybody that we are open, and if you have any of this crisis or you're not feeling good, we are here to take care of you. SIU Family Medicine has been screening all the patients who come through the door. We ask them for their temperature and the symptoms. We screen them. We provide masks if they don't have one. All our staff has proper equipment to take care, to be safe and to take adequate care of you. So if you're experiencing any of the symptoms or you need to see a doctor, please call us and we would be there for you. We are also available through virtual visits. Our dietitians are available through virtual visits. Our counselors are available through virtual visits. So we would be more than happy to take care of you if you need anything.